Behind the glitz and glamour of the stage lies a hidden world full of suffering. Countless famous stars have passed away from drug overdoses. From legendary melodies to turbulent lives, who were they? And why did they choose a path of self-destruction? Join us as we uncover the stories of talented celebrities who tragically lost their lives to drug overdoses in today's video. Dinah Washington, born Ruth Lee Jones on August 29, 1924, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, was known as one of the greatest jazz and blues vocalists in history, earning the title Queen of the Blues. Washington began her singing career in churches before making her mark with legendary tracks such as What a Difference a Day Makes and Unforgettable. She won a Grammy Award and left a lasting musical legacy with her emotionally rich and iconic voice. However, Dinah's personal life was turbulent, marked by 7 marriages and controversies surrounding her bold and outspoken personality. Her biggest scandal involved issues with substance abuse and a flamboyant lifestyle. Dinah Washington passed away on December 14, 1963, in Detroit, Michigan at the age of 39. The cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose from a combination of tranquilizers and sleeping pills. Her passing left fans with deep sorrow and regret. Rudy Lewis, born Charles Rudolph Harrell on August 23, 1936, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was a renowned singer best known as the lead vocalist for the legendary group The Drifters during the 1960s. With his soulful and deeply emotional voice, Lewis brought to life several iconic songs, including Some Kind of Wonderful on Broadway and Up on the Roof, helping cement the group's status as a symbol of soul and R&B music during that era. Despite his career success, Rudy Lewis's life was marred by significant challenges. He faced immense pressure from the music industry, along with personal struggles involving substance abuse and controversies surrounding his private life. Rudy Lewis passed away on May 20, 1964, in New York City at the age of 27. His death was attributed to a drug overdose, leaving fans heartbroken and a promising career tragically cut short. Alan Wilson, whose full name was Alan Christie Wilson, was born on July 4, 1943, in Arlington, Massachusetts. He was a musician, singer, and the founder of the renowned blues rock band Canned Heat. Nicknamed Blind Owl due to his poor eyesight, Alan was celebrated for his exceptional slide guitar skills and his unique, soulful voice. Classic tracks like Going Up the Country and On the Road Again solidified Canned Heat's legacy in rock history and made them icons at the Woodstock Festival in 1969. Despite his success, Alan Wilson's life was fraught with challenges. He struggled with depression, feelings of isolation, and the pressures of fame. These psychological difficulties led him to abuse drugs in search of relief. Alan Wilson passed away on September 3, 1970, in Topanga Canyon, California, at the age of 27. His death was ruled a drug overdose, leaving fans mourning the loss of a talented musician whose career was tragically cut short. Frankie Lyman, whose full name was Franklin Joseph Lyman, was born on September 30, 1942, in Harlem, New York. He was a renowned doo-wop singer and the lead vocalist of the group Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. With his high, clear voice and captivating stage presence, he rose to fame with the hit song Why Do Fools Fall in Love in 1956, which helped define the doo-wop genre and paved the way for black artists in the music industry. Despite achieving tremendous success at a young age, Lyman's personal life was filled with challenges. He fell into drug abuse at just 15 years old, which derailed his career and led to scandals involving his personal relationships with multiple women and legal troubles. Frankie Lyman passed away on February 27, 1968, in New York City at the age of 25. The cause of death was a drug overdose, leaving behind the sorrowful memory of a young, unfulfilled talent. Janis Joplin, born on January 19, 1943, in Port Arthur, Texas, was a legendary rock and blues singer. With her powerful, soulful voice and electrifying stage presence, she quickly became an icon of the 1960s hippie generation. Janis was best known for hits like Piece of My Heart, Cry Baby, and Me and Bobby McGee. Her album Pearl, released posthumously, achieved tremendous success. Janis Joplin's life was marked not only by her extraordinary talent, but also by significant struggles. She battled alcoholism, drug addiction, and a wild lifestyle. Scandals surrounding her personal relationships and rebellious nature kept her in the public eye. Janis Joplin passed away on October 4, 1970, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 27. Her death was caused by a drug overdose, leaving fans around the world with immense sorrow for the loss of such a remarkable artist. Jimi Hendrix, whose full name was James Marshall Hendrix, was born on November 27, 1942, in Seattle, Washington. He is regarded as one of the greatest guitarists in the history of rock music, known for his unique performance style and innovative guitar techniques. Hendrix became famous for timeless tracks like Purple Haze and Hey Joe, as well as his legendary performance at the Woodstock Festival in 1969. His albums Are You Experienced and Electric Ladyland are considered milestones in the music world. In addition to his extraordinary talent, Jimi Hendrix's life was also marked by scandals involving his hedonistic lifestyle, substance abuse, and heavy drinking. His tumultuous romantic relationships frequently made headlines as well. Jimi Hendrix passed away on September 18, 1970, in London, England, at the age of 27. The cause of death was a fatal combination of sleeping pills and alcohol, leaving fans around the world mourning the loss of a global music icon. Brian Cole, born on September 8, 1942, in Tacoma, Washington, was a renowned musician, best known as a member of the folk pop group The Association. He played bass and contributed vocals to iconic hits like Cherish, Windy, and Never My Love. These songs brought the group significant success during the 1960s. The Association's music was beloved for its intricate melodies and distinctive harmonies, making them one of the standout bands of the era. Despite his achievements, Brian Cole faced many personal struggles, particularly with substance abuse. These issues not only impacted his career, but also led to unfortunate scandals. Brian Cole passed away on August 2, 1972, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 29. The cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose, leaving behind profound sorrow among fans and colleagues. Rory Storm, born Alan Ernest Caldwell on January 7, 1938, in Liverpool, England, was a singer and the frontman of the band Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. The group was one of the pioneering rock and roll bands in Liverpool during the late 1950s and early 1960s. Known for his lively and energetic performances, Rory Storm became an early rock icon, famous for songs like Dr. Feelgood and America. Despite achieving some success, his career began to decline as the British invasion wave took over. Rory's personal life was fraught with challenges, including isolation and health issues, which led to his reliance on sedatives. Rory Storm passed away on September 28, 1972, in Liverpool at the age of 34. The cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose, with speculation of suicide, leaving fans mourning the loss of an early rock pioneer. Jim Morrison, born James Douglas Morrison, on December 8, 1943, in Melbourne, Florida, was a renowned singer, songwriter, and poet, best known as the lead vocalist of the legendary rock band The Doors. With his captivating voice and mesmerizing stage presence, Morrison played a pivotal role in creating iconic songs such as Light My Fire, Riders on the Storm, and The End. He was not only a music icon of the 1960s, but also a pioneer of countercultural movements. However, Morrison's personal life was fraught with controversy. He was infamous for his hedonistic lifestyle, substance abuse, and tumultuous relationships. His controversial behavior, including being arrested for inappropriate conduct on stage, further fueled his notoriety. Jim Morrison passed away on July 3, 1971, in Paris, France, at the age of 27. His death was attributed to heart failure, reportedly linked to substance abuse, leaving an entire generation of fans mourning the loss of a cultural and musical icon. Billy Murcia, born on June 7, 1951, in New York, was a renowned drummer and a founding member of the band The New York Dolls. With their glam rock and punk style, the band had a significant impact on the music scene in the 1970s. Murcia was known for his masterful drumming and dynamic stage presence. The band's songs, such as Personality Crisis and Trash, became icons of the early punk culture. Despite some success, Murcia faced personal struggles, including substance abuse. Billy Murcia passed away on November 6, 1972, at the age of 21. His death was attributed to drug poisoning after he collapsed at a party, leaving behind an unfinished career and a life cut short. Danny Whitten, born on May 8, 1943 in Columbus, Georgia, was a musician, singer, and a member of the rock band Crazy Horse. He is best known for his role as a guitarist and for composing several famous songs for the band, particularly Cortez the Killer alongside Neil Young. Despite his exceptional talent, Whitten faced many personal struggles. He battled alcoholism and substance abuse, which severely impacted his career and relationships with fellow band members. Danny Whitten passed away on November 18, 1972, at the age of 29. His cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose. His sudden passing left a deep sense of loss among his fans. Graham Parsons, born Ingram Cecil Connor III on November 5, 1946, in Winter Haven, Florida, was a singer, songwriter, and one of the pioneers of the country rock genre. He is best known for his compositions that blended country and rock music, with notable songs such as Grievous Angel and Hickory Wind. He was a member of the bands The Byrds and the Flying Burrito Brothers, leaving a strong impact on music history. However, Parsons' life was marked by numerous scandals, including substance abuse and alcoholism. Graham Parsons passed away on September 19, 1973, at the age of 26. The cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose combined with alcohol, leaving a great sense of loss among his fans and fellow musicians. Zeke Zettner, born on March 13, 1948, was a renowned bass player in the rock music scene, best known for his role as a member of the rock band The Magic Lanterns. The band was one of the prominent groups of the 1960s and early 1970s, leaving a mark with several hit songs. Zeke Zettner was highly regarded for his unique bass-playing style and was an integral part of the Magic Lanterns' music. However, Zeke faced many personal issues, particularly with substance abuse. He passed away on May 23, 1973 at the age of 25. The cause of death was believed to be a drug overdose, a tragic end to the life of a young talent who was on the rise. Nick Drake, born on June 19, 1948, in Rangoon, Myanmar, was an English singer, songwriter, and composer, known for his gentle and introspective musical style. Although he did not gain much attention during his career, albums such as Pink Moon and 5 Leaves Left later became classics, beloved by indie and folk music listeners. Nick Drake's life was marked by struggles, particularly with long-term depression and isolation. In his later years, he faced issues with sedative drug abuse. Nick Drake passed away on November 25, 1974, at the age of 26. The cause of death was believed to be a sedative overdose, a tragic loss of a musical talent that had not yet received the recognition it deserved. Tim Buckley, born on February 14, 1947, in Washington, D.C., was an American singer, songwriter, and composer, known for his diverse musical style that blended folk, jazz, and rock. Notable albums by Buckley include Goodbye and Hello and Star Sailor, both highly regarded for their creativity and his distinctive voice. However, Tim Buckley's personal life was marked by difficulties, particularly with substance abuse and alcohol. Tim Buckley passed away on June 29, 1975, at the age of 28. The cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose, ending the promising life of one of the greatest musical talents of that era. Tommy Bolin, born on August 1, 1951, in Sioux City, Iowa, was a renowned guitarist, songwriter, and producer, best known for his roles as a member of Deep Purple and the James Gang. Bolin also had a successful solo career, with albums like Teaser. He was considered one of the most talented guitarists, having a significant influence on the development of rock and jazz fusion. However, Bolin's career was marred by serious issues related to drug and alcohol abuse. Tommy Bolin passed away on December 4, 1976, at the age of 25. The cause of death was determined to be a drug overdose, a tragic end for a young musical talent on the rise. Keith Moon, born on August 23, 1946, in London, England, was one of the legendary drummers of the rock band The Who. With his unique creative drumming style and rebellious personality, Moon became one of the most iconic figures in rock and roll. He contributed to the creation of famous musical works by The Who, such as Tommy and Who's Next. Keith Moon was known not only for his talent but also for his wild lifestyle, scandals, and habits of drug and alcohol abuse. Keith Moon passed away on September 7, 1978, at the age of 32. The cause of death was determined to be an overdose of tranquilizers while he was at the peak of his career. Moon's passing left a significant void in the rock music world, but also cemented his legacy as an irreplaceable legend. Elvis Presley, born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi, USA, is regarded as one of the greatest music legends of all time, known as the King of Rock and Roll. Elvis rose to fame with hits such as Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, and Can't Help Falling in Love. By blending blues, country, and gospel music, he revolutionized the music industry and became a global cultural icon. Despite his immensely successful career, Elvis's life was marred by numerous scandals, particularly involving drug abuse and health issues. Elvis Presley passed away on August 16, 1977, at the age of 42. The cause of death was attributed to heart failure and the effects of drug abuse. His passing left behind an irreplaceable legendary musical legacy. Sid Vicious, born on May 10, 1957, in London, England, was a famous bassist for the punk rock band the Sex Pistols. Sid joined the Sex Pistols in 1977 and brought an explosive energy to the punk genre with his rebellious and raw style. Despite having only one studio album with the band, Nevermind the Bollocks, Sid became an icon for the punk generation. However, his life was marred by numerous scandals, including drug abuse and a violent relationship with his girlfriend, Nancy Spungen. Sid Vicious passed away on February 2, 1979, at the age of 21. The cause of death was believed to be a drug overdose while he was awaiting trial for the death of Nancy. Sid Vicious's passing marked a tragic end for a punk legend whose star never had the chance to shine for long. Lowell George, born on April 13, 1945, in Hollywood, California, was a renowned musician, singer, and producer, best known as the founder and leader of the band Little Feat. He stood out with a musical style that blended rock, blues, and funk. Albums such as Waiting for Columbus left a significant mark on American music. Lowell George was also recognized as one of the most talented guitarists and songwriters of his time. Lowell George passed away on June 29, 1979, at the age of 34. The cause of death was believed to be a ruptured heart artery related to substance abuse and alcohol. Although his career was tragically cut short, Lowell George is still remembered as a musical icon with a profound influence on the music industry. Jimmy McCulloch, born on June 4, 1953, in Glasgow, Scotland, was a renowned guitarist, best known for his role as a member of Paul McCartney's band Wings. Prior to that, McCulloch had played guitar for famous bands like Stone the Crows and was a member of the supergroup The Small Faces. His contributions to music left a significant mark on Wings' career, especially on albums such as Band on the Run. McCulloch passed away on September 27, 1979, at the age of 26. The cause of death was a drug overdose, a tragedy that ended the career of a young talent. Jimmy McCulloch is still remembered as one of the most skilled guitarists of his time. Judy Sill, born on October 7, 1944, in Los Angeles, California, was a singer, songwriter, and producer who gained recognition in the 1970s. She was known for her unique musical style that blended folk, rock, and pop. Her debut album Judy Sill, 1971, and Heart Food, 1973, quickly caught the attention of audiences with emotionally charged and intellectual songs. However, her career was impacted by personal struggles and a tumultuous life. Judy Sill passed away on November 23, 1979, at the age of 35 due to a drug overdose after a long battle with addiction. Although her career was cut short, Judy Sill is still recognized as one of the most influential artists with a significant place in the history of music. Bon Scott, born on July 9, 1946, in Forfar, Scotland, was the lead singer of the legendary rock band AC/DC. He joined AC/DC in 1974 and quickly became an icon of the hard rock genre, known for his intense stage presence and distinctive voice. Albums like High Voltage, Let There Be Rock, and Highway to Hell catapulted AC/DC to global fame. Bon Scott passed away on February 19, 1980, at the age of 33. He was found dead in a car after a night of heavy drinking. The cause of death was determined to be asphyxiation from alcohol overdose. Bon Scott's passing left a significant void in the music industry. John Bonham, born on May 31, 1948, in Redditch, England, was the legendary drummer of the rock band Led Zeppelin. He is regarded as one of the greatest drummers in the history of music, known for his powerful playing style and impressive technique. Bonham contributed to iconic Led Zeppelin albums like Four, Physical Graffiti, and Houses of the Holy. His music had a profound influence on generations of artists. Bonham passed away on September 25, 1980, at the age of 32. The cause of death was determined to be alcohol poisoning. His sudden passing led to the breakup of Led Zeppelin and left behind an irreplaceable musical legacy. Bonham remains a legend in the hearts of fans. Darby Crash, whose real name was Jan Paul Beam, was born on September 26, 1958, in Los Angeles, California. He was the lead singer and songwriter for the famous punk band The Germs. Crash was known for his rebellious style, filled with defiance and songs that expressed anger towards society. The Germs had a significant influence on the punk music scene, especially with their album, G.I. Darby Crash passed away on December 7, 1980, at the age of 22. The cause of death was suicide by overdose. His death occurred just days before the Germs were set to perform an important concert. Darby Crash's passing was a great loss to the punk music community and left behind an impressive legacy among fans. Tim Hardin, born on December 23, 1941, in Eugene, Oregon, was a famous American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. He is best known for timeless love songs like If I Were a Carpenter and Reason to Believe. Hardin was one of the key figures in the folk and folk rock music scenes of the 1960s and 1970s. However, his life was deeply affected by addiction, which also contributed to his unstable career. Tim Hardin passed away on December 29, 1980, at the age of 39, from a drug overdose. Mike Bloomfield, born on February 28, 1943, in Chicago, was one of the most renowned guitarists in the blues and rock genres. He became widely known as a member of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. Bloomfield made significant contributions to the album Super Session with Stephen Stills. He is regarded as one of the most talented guitarists of his time, known for his unique technique and emotionally charged performances. Despite his successful career, Mike Bloomfield struggled with addiction. He passed away on February 15, 1981, at the age of 37, from a heart attack related to a drug overdose. James Honeyman Scott, born on November 4, 1956, was an English musician best known as the lead guitarist and founding member of the band The Pretenders. Born in Hereford, England, he started playing guitar at the age of 11 and quickly became one of the most talented guitarists of his generation. The Pretenders released their debut album in 1980, featuring hits like Brass in Pocket and Stop Your Sobbing. However, Honeyman Scott's career was cut short by addiction issues. In June 1982, he passed away in London at the age of 25. The cause of death was determined to be drug-induced shock related to drug use. His passing left a significant void in the rock music scene and was a tragedy for the Pretenders. Nonetheless, his musical legacy continues to influence many artists and fans worldwide. Pete Farndon, born in 1952, was an English musician best known as the bassist for the band The Pretenders. He joined the group in 1978 and made significant contributions to the success of hits like Brass in Pocket and Middle of the Road. Farndon was known for his powerful musical style and creativity in blending bass with the other band members. However, his career faced many difficulties due to substance abuse issues. In June 1982, Farndon was fired from the Pretenders because of his drug addiction. Despite this, he continued to live a troubled personal life until his death on April 14, 1983, at the age of 30. The cause of death was determined to be heart failure due to a drug overdose, a tragic end for a promising musical talent. Gary Holton, born on May 22, 1952, in England, was a renowned musician and actor, best known as a member of the rock band Heavy Metal Kids. He also gained recognition for his role in the television series Auf Wiedersehen, Pet, where he portrayed an English worker in Germany. Gary Holton's brief career left a lasting impact on both the music and entertainment industries. Known for his strong musical style and distinct personality, Holton's life was also filled with turbulence. He passed away on October 25, 1985, at the age of 33 due to a drug overdose. His death was a great tragedy for his fans and the entertainment world, leaving many to mourn the untapped potential of his talent. Phil Lynott, born on August 20, 1949, in West Bromwich, England, was a musician, singer, and founding member of the rock band Thin Lizzy. Lynott was known for his songwriting ability, distinctive voice, and energetic performance style. He left a significant mark on rock music with hits like The Boys Are Back in Town and Whiskey in the Jar. However, Lynott's life was deeply affected by substance abuse. On January 4, 1986, he passed away at the age of 36 after suffering a stroke caused by blood poisoning, a consequence of drug use. Lynott's death was a huge loss to the music industry, leaving behind a rich musical legacy that will always be remembered. Paul Butterfield, born December 17, 1942 in Chicago, was an American harmonica player and singer, best known for his work with the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. He began learning the harmonica as a child and switched to it as a teenager. In 1963, he formed his own band, blending Chicago blues and rock, which quickly garnered attention from both the public and critics. The band's debut album, The Paul Butterfield Blues Band, 1965, received critical acclaim and influenced many artists that followed. Butterfield was renowned for his masterful harmonica technique and powerful voice. However, his personal life was marred by substance abuse. On May 4, 1987, Paul Butterfield passed away at the age of 44 in North Hollywood, California, due to a drug overdose. His death marked a significant loss for the blues and rock music communities. Dalida, born Iolanda Cristina Gigliotti on January 17, 1933, in Cairo, Egypt, was one of the most famous singers in the world, especially in France. With a career spanning 3 decades, Dalida released more than 30 albums and hundreds of singles, including iconic songs such as Bambino, Paroles Paroles, and Gigi L'Amoroso. She was known for her versatile music style, ranging from pop and chanson to electronic music. However, Dalida's personal life was filled with tragedy. She experienced several unhappy relationships and had to cope with the pain of loss. On May 3, 1987, Dalida passed away at the age of 54 from suicide, reportedly due to a barbiturate overdose after a long battle with depression. Chet Baker, born on December 23, 1929, in Yale, Oklahoma, was one of the standout trumpet players and jazz vocalists of the 1950s and 1960s. He became famous for his smooth trumpet playing and distinctive voice, creating timeless love songs such as My Funny Valentine and Chet Baker Sings. Baker had a significant influence on the jazz genre, particularly in free jazz. However, his life was marked by tragedy, especially issues related to substance abuse and addiction. After years of struggling with addiction, Chet Baker passed away on May 13, 1988, at the age of 58, from a fall out of a hotel window in Amsterdam. While there was no conclusive evidence, his death is believed to have been the result of a drug overdose, ending a life filled with both talent and tragedy. Jesse Edwin Davis, born on October 21, 1944, in Norman, Oklahoma, was a renowned guitarist in the rock music scene. He was known for his role as one of Eric Clapton's key sidemen and contributed to albums such as Layla and other assorted love songs. Davis also had a solo career, releasing several notable albums and collaborating with artists like John Lennon and George Harrison. Despite his exceptional talent, Davis struggled with personal issues, particularly addiction. He passed away on June 22, 1988, at the age of 43. His death is believed to have been the result of an accident related to a drug overdose, marking the tragic end of a career full of potential. The music industry, like the entertainment world in general, is full of hidden darkness behind the dazzling spotlight. The passing of these stars serves as a wake-up call about the serious effects of addiction and the importance of mental health. However, it also reminds us of the challenges that artists face. If you're interested in their stories, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section, and stay tuned for the second part of our video.